Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Recon here with the Girls X Battle 2 video for you guys. Alright, today we're doing another account overlook video, guys. Today we're going to be covering RnGslayer's free-to-play account. Yes, this is actually a free-to-play account. You know, the other ones, they're more like light spending accounts, kind of, you know, one was a little bit heavier on light spending, but this one is actually free-to-play, and I'm very surprised what I saw. So, in a good way, not a bad way, if I should say, ladies and gentlemen. But, thank you, RnGslayer, for emailing me. And a keynote, the stream will be on Saturday at 9 a.m. This weekend. Remember, if you're in the Eastern Hemisphere, like Asia, India, Australia, Europe, you're a day ahead of me. So it'll probably be Sunday or Saturday night for you guys. So, or evening. So it'll be in the morning. RnGslayer gave me some good amount of questions right here. So I'm just going to have it right on my screen right here. And I'm going to read them off to you guys. I'm going to cover them real quick. I already went through some of it. Remove the red dots, of course, because you know I hate red dots, everybody. And let's hope that I don't get into yawning fest this video, because I do that a lot too for some reason. We don't know why. It just happens. All right, so statement is, I'm free to play VIP 0. I'm interested in PvP content, even if in the future I think that I'll go for PvE because it's hard to follow PvP meta as free to play. That's perfectly fine. There's hopefully we get another PvE mode. Sky Sanctuary's here. Practical work. Skill boss 61 you can do. You can try for Sanctuary damage as well. Like, there's stuff to do. You just have to commit to one or the other. It's free to play, honestly. It's hard to do both PvE and PvP well, but either you can pick one or the other. So you can be like, oh, I'm just going to go strictly PvP. Be a little bit behind the whales, you know? Or you can go PvE and just be like, I'm still going to be behind people that are playing the game, but like, it's more of specializing in one thing or the other, I should say. It's kind of how free-to-play players sometimes have to pick, or they don't have to. It's up to them. But so I think, yeah, you have, as I showed the girls. I was surprised when I first logged into it, because we're like server 300 something, and they have 6 LB5s. That's pretty good for a free-to-play account. I'm not gonna lie, you've done some great work on this account. Kudos to you. Of what you're working with, I should say. This would be decent in the old PvP meta. Right now, it's not as good. Of course, Angelic and Hollies and Cassies are just kind of rolling it. Pates are still good right now, so you still have those. That's a plus. Let's start with the first question. What should I do with my team? I feel like I'm struggling. I lack copies of meta PvP girls equals Holly and Angelica. Yeah, I totally agree with that statement. You're better off if you really only care about PvE, just go that route. But yeah, you're gonna struggle. Maybe other free-to-play players you'd be doing good against, but as far as people that are spending, you're gonna lag behind because it's shifted overnight really quickly. There's nothing we can do about it. But I mean, it's a good change though overall, because there's just not one team like it was. Double Vivian, double Neff, double Pate was the best for so many months, like 5 or 6. Nothing changed. No girl could just break the gridlock. So now teams are wide open. You can make so many different teams. It's not even funny. Not one team works. Like, you have set up one team, there's another team to beat that team. Then you could counter that team with a different team, kind of thing. There's so much synergy going on and teams that it's amazing right now. I mean, people might think, well, it's just Angie's. Yeah, the basis of it is Angie's usually, but there's so many different combinations you can do with it. It's not just stagnant. Yeah, you're just gonna struggle until you get like an Angelica or a Holly to help you out. Cassie, Teresa doesn't really help out that much. I'm not gonna lie. That's pretty much maybe the new girls, Diana or Monaco. They're both probably gonna do stuff. I'm not gonna say for sure yet because I haven't pulled them or tested them, so I'm not gonna give a definitive answer on that. But I will when I do it. Which we're doing on Saturday, by the way. We'll be doing that stuff. Next question. I'm saving caps, but I don't know when to use them. Is there any good unit coming or spending caps? That's a good question. The problem with free-to-play players, though, is that they're worried about the units, right? If you're playing for capsules, you're looking for a good event. That way that you can get an antique or some class sets or something like that out of the event using the capsules. Because you use the capsules on the event, which gives you side event currency usually, and then you use that currency to get something good, right? So unless we have a girl that comes out that's like PvE god, because you're saying you want to focus more on PvE, which is a good idea, in my opinion. You need to look. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. You need to look for an event that's going to be worth using your capsules. Now, that doesn't mean like there's a really good event with good rewards and there's a shitty girl in it. I mean, you have to outweigh it. That'd have to be like some really good antiques you get out of it. It's hard to get an antique selection box. It's free to play. I'm not going to lie. You're going to have to spend something, but maybe in the future we'll get something that way. Usually the best rewards you're going to get are from like Christmas and anniversary. Easter sometimes has some really good events too. It actually was good this year, which was surprising. I would say for Christmas. And if you have more than what you need capsules, that's fine. You can just save them for it. Be on the head of the game till anniversary. Free to play is kind of slow. You're usually just doing 2 capsule draws here, and it sucks. I know, but that's just the nature of the game, you know. Also, remember those little coupons that we get. I'm gonna show you guys real quick. Just as a reminder in this video. Oh, S plus tier. See, as free to play, anybody can make S plus tier. People have been complaining that they can't do it. Case in point, this gentleman right here did free to play, got it. These coupons, right here. Ladies and gentlemen, after this week's capsule event, they will go away. So make sure you use them. You can't save them. Just letting you know. So I'm glad that they did this, but it kind of sucks we can't save them. But it forces you to only use them on capsule events. So just use them when the capsule event happens. Let's go to the next question. I'm struggling with resources. XP juice. Any tips? Everybody struggles on that for free to play. Honestly. That's the big gripe is gold and XP juice for free to play. Usually chisels and lunchboxes I hear is not usually that a problem because they're not building as quickly. So they have enough when it happens when they need it. It's just the XP and the juice. Or I should say XP is juice, but gold as well. Just log in campaign more often. Make sure you don't go over the 10-hour limit. Get your free claim every day. Get some stuff from here. It's just going to take you a grind. There's no real way to boost that. I'm sorry. Unless we get a PvE mode. Other than practical works that helps boost resources or resource gain, which we don't have, you're kind of just stuck in a rut. Your nose is getting stubby. I don't know why. This happened last week too. All right, so test stage, you're stuck at 805. Can my team beat it with luck or should I change something? I already looked at this. I'm just going to go ahead and say it. You need Psychic. You can use your very latest box, if you really care about tests, I should say. Use your... Let me get it pulled up. This box right here. Grab a Psychic out of there. I know you already got 4. Or maybe you have some in charts. I didn't check charts. There's some right here. Never mind. And then you have 4 right here. Never mind. Don't use that box. Build a 10-star Psychic if you can, and use the stun application. There you go. That's how most people beat tests. 900 might be a little bit different, but 805 to 900. Use more nafs that makes it easier, but that Psychic is key in tests for a lot of people, especially free-to-play players. Or Geisha. Geisha also stuns on death, I believe, is what it is. But Psychic is huge for tests. The stuns she has. Yes, it's a lot of RNG proccing. Which your name is RnGslayer, so it should be good for you, right? Yeah? Yeah? Should be easy. But it's just RNG based at that point. It's just going to take you time to go through it. Like, getting the 900s, I'm not really trying, but, you know, it takes me a while to pass something. It happened in the 800s for me. It's just the nature of the game. So, that's the one thing you could do to help your team on tests right there. Psychic, 10-star, at least. Is your team built correctly so far? I was looking at your girls. No, this is not good. You probably want a... like Queen's Crown, damage reduction. You want to boost the HP of the Vivians. This isn't boosting the HP at all. This one, kind of, but I don't like it. You don't really need speed on it. Black and Magic Hat would work great on that. Rogue, that's fine. It's not really great for PvP, but for patrol purposes, I noticed you're Nightmare 100 patrol, which is great. Good job. Kudos to you. You can just replace her with something in the future. She's just a filler at this point for your PvP team. Neff, perfect. I believe. Yep. Pates, they look good to me earlier when I looked at them. That's fine. You just staggered them. This one has the... Yep, that's fine. That's staggered. Works. The only problem you're going to run with that is with the Holly. The one of Pates is just going to hit the Holly. But that's fine. It's just the nature of the game. What should you do about your Rogue? That's the next question. Like I said, it's just a filler right now. So just run with it. But replace her in the future. Maybe Monica. I don't know. We might get some better humans in the future. You can do it, or you can regress her and build. If you're doing PvE, I should have said the girls. I'll say it in a second, but like Estel or Blair or something, you can reverse and do it. Remember, reversing though removes chisels and lunchboxes. You don't get your full benefit back of resources, so it's better just to switch her for somebody else. But I would just hold off on switching until we get like a really good human that can be helpful there. And then advanced labs is very confusing to me. I don't know what to upgrade first. Any idea? If you're going to be focusing on PvE, your mage and assassin, because the team, a ranger will also help. Like if you ever get Angelicas for single target bosses like Sanctuary, or if Practical Works has, but Souls are still great there. Mage and assassin. You don't really need to worry about damage reduction. You can just upgrade the damage boost on them for PvE content, if that's what you're really going to focus on. PvP depends on the girl you have. It's best to just ask in a Discord about, like, I would rather go attack first and do damage reduction. Just try and kill them faster, especially since it's a burst meta right now. But overall, if you're going PvE like you said you want to, just upgrade the damage first on these mages, and then if you're dying, you can do a little bit of damage reduction, but that's not really important. So the main key 3 things are going to be here is mage, assassin, and ranger. Blairs and Estels. Linkies is still important in Phyrexy. Phyrexy and Linky are going to be your first 2 you probably want to build support-wise, and then Link, Estels, and Blair. One Blair is all you need, like 1 or 2 Estels. You don't have to have 3 Estels, but at least 2. 1's fine, but 2 makes Blair even better for damage, for the replication of the AOT damage. So remember that. And then thanks a lot for helping me. My English is pretty bad. I hope you all understand what I was asking. Best regards. Your English was perfectly fine. It was great. I understood completely what you were talking about. It was very clear and concise. I like the format you did on your questions. I love it. It was laid out perfectly. I think it was easy for me to follow. Made things simple. But before I end it, PvE wise, Angelica's, Cassie, right? These are I'm just name girls that are good for it. Angelica, Cassie, Blair, Linky, Estel, and Phyrexy. Those 6 right there are keys to PvE right now. Just depends on the boss. Single bosses, Cassie, Angelica's. The only exception out of these 6 is Izanami for Sanctuary boss. Izanami is probably the most important character to use for Sanctuary boss because of her Petrify. And if the boss is petrified, it can't give you burn marks or do counterattacks or stun you. So she's the big head honcho for support there. But counting her out, though, these 6, Linky, Phyrexy, Blair, Estel, Angelica, and Cassie, they all have their uses. It just depends on what you're facing. As far as that wise, guys, I would just stay tuned for videos on Sanctuary or other stuff, or just asking in a Discord, because I guess we can get way too complicated on which one does which one does what. So we usually cover those a lot on the streams. It's just too much. It's too much to cover here. This would be a 20-minute video if I went into that. So, but I don't want to do that. But I'm hoping, ladies and gentlemen, that you learned some stuff from this free-to-play account. It's actually really good. I like looking at it. You've done very well on the account. I have to give kudos to you. If you have any further questions, RnGslayer, please use one of the Discords. You can use mine, official one, or French. Whichever Discord you're in, use it. I appreciate it. Try to stay away from Facebook a little bit. They kind of trolls. I thought I was muted for a second. Everybody else, take a look at this if you're free to play. If you're not there yet, this is a great example of someone doing something good, being patient, being a little bit smart how they do things, and listening on to like building that rogue to finish patrol was great. All right, I don't want to rant anymore. Thank you guys for stopping by. This was fun to look at. I'm not gonna lie. I wasn't expecting this at first when I first logged in. I was like, oh, it's free to play. Might be a little bit bad. No, I was excited to do this video. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's it. That's all I got for you guys. Stay safe out there in this crazy world. I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.